Chris, you've been appointed to referee this year's Carabao Cup Final between Chelsea and Liverpool. How much are you looking forward to the weekend?
Yeah, looking forward to it massively. Obviously, delighted to be appointed to the game. I think when you start your career, you look at some of the finals that you want to be involved in. And certainly the Carabao Cup is one of those major finals that we would really like to be part of. So very much looking forward to the game.
So normally you receive your appointments for weekend Premier League matches on a Tuesday. How did you find out you've been appointed to the Carabao Cup Final?
Yeah, so normally we get our appointments through email. So we get an email which alerts us to our called MOAS system, which is where our appointments go on to. You just literally go on and click the button and confirm the game. Obviously this is slightly different, so I was delighted when Martin Atkinson, our Select Group 1 manager, called me into one of the offices and we had a quick sit down and just said, how much would you like to be appointed to the Carabao Cup Final? It took me all of 0.1 second to answer yes, of course, I'd be delighted to. And so, yeah, slightly different way, but a really nice way of finding out from our manager to inform us of the appointment.
Must have been a nice feeling.
Yeah, a little bit overwhelming, to be honest. I think every referee goes on a journey. There's ups and downs within that journey. And so when you get an appointment like this, it's certainly a highlight of your career.
Obviously, you're not the only person officiating the Carabao Cup Final this weekend. You're working alongside a team of officials who you've worked with on many occasions before. How important is that to ensure you can deliver the best performance as a team?
Yeah, so James and Mark, more recently I've been working with quite often. So I think we've done the last 3 or 4 games together, which is really important because you get to understand how they operate, they get to understand how I operate, and just little things like, you know, how they word certain situations, for example, on offside, what they would want from me, what they want from their colleague. And it's just bringing in that uniformity and understanding within the team, which then builds on the performance. And the more you work together, the better you understand each other, the easier the games become as a group, not the games themselves, of course, but actually as a group in managing those games. They become a lot better to manage because you've got that team support around you.
And this won't be the first time you've officiated a final at Wembley, having previously officiated the 2021 Championship playoff final. How will that experience help you?
Yeah, massively, albeit slightly different. That was during COVID times, so I think there was maybe 10,000 in, so slightly different being a full crowd in. But certainly just having been to the stadium before, understanding where things are, the dressing rooms, the walk to the pitch size, a feel within the stadium is massively important. It just helps you feel a little bit more at home in that stadium, knowing where things are and how things operate.
Is there anything you have to do differently to prepare for a Wembley final compared to a Premier League game?
No, I try and keep things the same. I think what's got us to this place is by doing the basics well in the background. So I think if we look to change things, that would throw me off slightly as well. So I just try to keep my schedule exactly the same, my training regime the same. We're away this week, Wednesday, Thursday for our training camp, which is good. So real specific training on those couple of days and building up nicely then into the match day on Sunday.
So you touched on it there. What do the days leading up to the final look like for you and your team?
Yeah, so very much just trying to keep, as I've just said, into a regular rhythm. So when I would normally train, keeping those training sessions going, not changing those sessions either, and making sure that the body's in peak condition. Slightly different with the odd interview, as you can imagine. That's part of the final and what comes with that. But ultimately, 100% is just trying to keep the schedule exactly the same and build into the game like I would any other game.
Refereeing at a sold-out Wembley Stadium must be a special experience and special occasion. Will your family and friends watching on in the stadium?
Yeah, very lucky. Unfortunately, my mother's not too clever at the minute, so she won't be able to make the game, but she'll be certainly watching from TV at home. But I've got my dad, my brother and sister-in-law at the game, so special occasion for them. And ultimately, they join that journey with you from when you first pick up the whistle right the way through. So it's nice for them to be able to share the occasion with me at the stadium and have a feel for what that's like actually live, albeit they'll probably be a little bit nervous as well during the day.